Hi everyone, welcome to this tutorial. My name is Sam Seha and I work at Lilypad Network. Today I'll be guiding you through the process of building a custom job module with Lilypad. We'll cover everything from setting up your environment to running your own module on the Lilypad network. Alright, before we dive into building our module, we need to set up our environment. You'll need Docker, Golang, and the Lilypad CLI. You can find detailed setup instructions in our Getting Started guide, but I'll walk you through the basics. First, let's install Docker. You can download it from the official Docker website and follow the instructions there for your operating system. I'm currently using Ubuntu, so you can follow along if you'd like. I'll also display the commands on the screen so you can copy them. Let's open up our terminal. I have my terminal here and I'm going to post the commands for my operating system. That's Ubuntu. Put in my password. Wait for that to download. Now that we have Docker installed, next we'll be installing Golang. Head over to Golang website, download the installer for your OS, or follow along with me. A reminder, I'm using Ubuntu. Now I'm putting my commands in the terminal, clicking enter, waiting for those to download. While those download, I'll make sure to put the commands on the screen for you. Great, now that we have Golang installed, we'll finally install the Lilypad CLI. You can find how to install this in our guide in our doc. You see here, you can go into installation, and then once you install everything in here, you can continue into the quick start, set up your MetaMask, fund your wallet, and get started. A key highlight I want to highlight is when you're using Web3 private key and you're inputting your private key in here, you want to make sure you're using a dev wallet. You do not want to be posting your valuable private keys anywhere. It is a huge security risk, so please be aware. Now that we have our environment set up, we can now build our containerized application. It's important that our application is deterministic, meaning it produces the same output given the same input every time. For this tutorial, we'll use a simple example, a containerized version of the classic Cowsay application. Next, we'll start by creating a Docker file. Open up your code editor and create a new file named Dockerfile, or we can create a project directory and type touch Dockerfile in here, like so. Touch Dockerfile, click enter, and then open up. In this file, we'll define our container and add the following lines to our Docker file. So go ahead and paste this. This Docker file uses the Cowsay image, sets a default message, and defines the entry point for our container, as we can see here. Now let's build our Docker image. Run the following command in the terminal. Paste it in your terminal. Once the build is complete, we run our container. We'll pass a custom message say using an environment variable. And we have hello Docker world. Cool, now that we have our lovely cow saying hello Docker world, we'll need to configure the Lilypad network template. This template will define how our job is run on the network. Let's create a new file named lilypad_module.json tmp in our project root and add the following configuration. We could do that by just doing touch lilypad module.json. You will see here a file. In this file, add the following JSON configuration that you see here. This configuration specifies the machine resources, job specifications, and Docker settings. It ensures our containerized job runs correctly on the network. You can find a breakdown of what each element of the Lilypad job spec, what it does, and what is required in the blog post that I will link down below. Our configuration is complete. We can run our module now. First, we'll publish our Docker image to a public repository and push our code to GitHub. When you're done tagging and pushing your Docker image to a public repository like Docker Hub, go ahead and push to GitHub. Now that we have pushed to GitHub and have all that done, we can run the module using Lilypad CLI, like so. We just paste it in our terminal. It did prompt me that I am requiring a Web3 private key, so I will go and get that out of my MetaMask. Once you're in your MetaMask, you can hit these top 3 dots, account details, show private key, put in your password, hold to reveal the private key, copy that. Make sure to look back at the docs if you need any help, but I will just copy paste, export Web3 private key and attach my private key, click enter, and try to run this again. And there you have it. We can see Lilypad submitted a job submitted, negotiated a deal, Lilypad job completed, and now we can open it through our TMP folder, Lilypad data downloaded files, or we could go to this link, ipfs.io, and click on that. The IPFS link can take a while. As you see, I did paste it into my browser and it has not loaded yet, but I successfully got my image from the TMP folder, Lilypad data downloaded files, and this is our result. So congrats, you've successfully built and run a custom job module on Lilypad. This tutorial covered setting up your environment, building a deterministic container, configuring the Lilypad template, and running your module. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and I encourage you to join the Lilypad community over on Discord to share your projects and ideas. See you there.